I've lost at this point a total of 8 pounds. I went from 202 down to 196. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to break down Retatrutide, a new medication that's getting a lot of attention out there. I'm sure you may have heard about it at this point. So before we dive in, I want to make this very clear. This is educational purposes only, not medical advice. So please talk to your doctor before considering taking any medication whatsoever. So what is Retatrutide? Retatrutide is a triple hormone receptor agonist, which means it activates 3 different pathways. The first hits the GLP receptor, which suppresses your appetite and slows down your digestive, similar to Ozempic. Second, it activates the GIP receptors, which increases fat burning. Good thing, right? Third, it works on the glucagon receptors to improve how your body handles your blood sugar and glucose. Beyond weight loss, research shows it significantly improves blood sugar control, which means it's good for diabetes. People with diabetes, I should say. It has only a 6-day half-life, so you only need to take injections once a week. So some of the common side effects are nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, and constipation. From my personal experience, I started off with only 1 milligram a week for a total of 4 weeks. And I really didn't notice much at first. My appetite felt the same. My desire for food were still there. I didn't feel sick to my stomach or anything like that. So I increased it to 2 milligrams a week. This is when I started to notice the difference. Quite a bit actually. I had less desire for my bad food habits, and I wasn't feeling hungry all the time. So at this point, after 2 weeks, I increased it to 3 milligrams. This is where I really noticed a big difference. I wasn't able to complete the meals that I would normally eat. I would only get about 3/4 of the way through eating. I also completely stopped obsessing over food. But for some crazy reason, I felt the most overwhelming sense of peace, like everything was going to be okay. I no longer had high levels of anxiety, and I really never felt like this from anything else before. The only problem now is I wasn't getting enough protein to sustain the growth of my muscle back that I had lost over the years. So after about 3 weeks of taking 3 milligrams, I cut it back to only 2 milligrams. Meanwhile, I 202 down to 196. Most of this happened within that 3-week period of time. So after pulling back to 2 milligrams, I still noticed that the food noise was gone, my bad habits, my urges for sugar, alcohol, all the things that I normally would be craving were completely gone. I've been consistently taking this dose now for about 6 weeks, and the weight fluctuation's been about 193 to 196. But the reflection of the mirror is telling me that I am putting back on the muscle that I've lost, and the fat is going down. And if you wonder how I know this, just by looking in the mirror, it's because I also use a digital caliper, which I started doing about 6 weeks ago. So I basically do a skin pinch on my abdominal region, and it reads out in digits. So this digit has been actually going down, which tells me one thing and one thing only, that my body fat's going down, but my weight's staying the same, which means that I'm putting muscle back on. So that's a good thing. So at this point, all I can say is, in a situation where you're doing something like this, I have my mother-in-law also doing this. Quite honestly, if I didn't encourage you to do this, she probably wouldn't have been around much longer. She's extremely overweight. And like most people here, they're very addicted to sugary carbs, white rice, just bad eating habits all the way around. She started taking the peptides approximately 4 weeks ago. She also started back into the gym and doing some resistance training, which she's never done before in her life. And in 4 weeks, she's already lost 25 pounds. Her feet don't hurt so much anymore. And that was basically telling me her whole wardrobe is starting to fit real loose. So I guess that's kind of a good problem to have, is to have to buy new clothes. There's several other peptides out there that I'm experimenting with this time. But the one that we're focused on right now is Retatrutide, but I am planning on doing other videos, such as my TRT therapy I've been doing for 15 years under my doctor's supervision. I also recommend in the video who I actually use in Southern California, as well as another doctor that I use in Vietnam to get all my testing done. Coincidentally, they actually know each other because they've been in the field for so long, so they're probably about the best out there. Understand that you are not alone out there, and everybody struggles. There's different types of medication out there that will help you be a healthier version of yourself and live longer with better quality of life. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope this video helps you. Like and subscribe, make comments. I'll get back to everybody with any questions that you have. I'm out here just to help. That's my purpose here in this journey.